my name is Dr. Erin Denil with Rejuvenate Life Chiropractic, and today I'm going to be continuing my series of healthy ways to lose weight, and I'm talking about juicing. Now, if you like my videos, please like, share, subscribe, visit me at rejuvenatelifechiro.com. Just helps me, continue to make videos. Now, juicing. So there's a few different ways to juice. I want to talk about this to begin with. So these are kind of this point down here. We have ways to juice very quickly, and we have ways to juice very slowly. We have a low temperature or high temperature then because of the speed. If we use too high of temperatures, then what happens is that we denature proteins, and then we're not having all of our vitamins and minerals from our foods get into us. So when we pasteurize things like we do with typical juices that are in stores, we're actually killing off a lot of the nutrient content by increasing the heat. So the best way to do juicing is going to be with a slow or low speed, okay, and a low heat or a cold press juicer. So there are some costs involved with juicing. So today, talking about cons first, I'm going to do the list out of order. Because juicing can be very expensive. Not only do we have an investment in the juicer itself, but we also have to buy an abundance of ingredients in order to be able to make the quantity of juice that we need. We are then taking all the fiber, which helps us with good elimination. Okay, we're taking all the fiber out. We're getting a high concentration of vitamins and minerals. For people who have a hard time absorbing different, nutrients, having it in a liquid form, not having the bulk that we have to digest can be very, very good. If you are going to, juice, it's a good idea. You can use the actual fiber for composting. So one thing to consider is that if you are going to have all this excess, fiber, that maybe you include that fiber someplace else. I don't know, add it to a spaghetti sauce if it's things like carrots or squashy type things. If it is, if you have a composting, spot or composter itself, or if you have friends that do, this might not be so bad. The best way to juice is going to be with organic fruits and vegetables, because you'll have less pesticides and things like that to worry about from a health standpoint. So again, that quantity of fruits and vegetables is decently costly. It's very time intensive if you've got a slow juicer, just because it's going to be messy. There's cleanup, there's the fiber to deal with. It's not exactly the fastest thing, so it might be something where you do a bunch of juicing for 2 or 3 days and you let it kind of go in the fridge, just stay in the fridge, and you drink it as you use it, but not something that most people are going to have time to implement every single day. It can increase the sugar content because we're taking out the fiber. So the soluble fiber helps essentially balance out sugar or glycemic index. It doesn't happen in this case. After you're having just a liquid diet, you can have a harder time digesting food. Now, not everybody does juicing for all of their food. They may just add it supplementally in. Some people do. If we are doing just juicing, it should be part of a cleanse under some guidance of a healthcare practitioner of some kind, just so that we're not doing anything to the body too fast. So you have some sort of guidance in the process. So guidance is very key. Now, to make it taste better, we're going to add more fruits, which adds more sugar again. So another way where we're not getting as much of that veggie content, but using enough veggies is going to be key to get the most out of juicing. We may be hungry because liquids don't have any of that bulk. They don't have the fiber, they don't have the fat. So those are some cons. Some good things is the vitamin mineral absorption is high when we do that low heat, cold press juicing. This is better to juice with short-term cleanses, or you do it on a regular basis just to add nutrients in instead of instead of. We can add a lot of veggies into the diet quickly because you can just gulp it down. So if you don't like the flavor, you can gulp. And then as you juice, you actually learn to like the flavor of vegetables a little bit more as you get used to them. Some alternatives that I really like are smoothies. So I like to just have all of the bulk and the fiber together. So throw some spinach, throw some kale, can use parsley, pears, any banana, throw it all in a blender. Some people will add a collagen powder or a protein powder. So I've added like a keto-friendly chocolate protein powder. I don't like to use any protein powders that have sucralose, because sucralose is not sucrose, which is sugar, table sugar. Sucralose is aspartame. So I don't use anything that says sucralose. I will use stevia. However, be careful with that. You can actually take cocoa powder and put it in as well. Some people will sweeten with agave or brown rice syrup or stevia if they just need it to be a little sweeter, for the palate. Honey also can work if you are consuming that, but again, just remember you're adding more sugar content. Fresh berries to put in. Frozen, I use a lot of frozen in the smoothies. Green smoothies, where it's literally just more of the green stuff. Also another way. Using juicing or a smoothie as a meal replacement gives you a lot of nutrition pack. Plus then you're not as hungry if it's, you have some of the fiber. Another little trick is you can add a little fat or protein, like I said. Even to the juicing, if you wanted, you could add some collagen to that. And you could also add a little spoonful of coconut oil or MCT oil, which MCT is a medium chain triglyceride, and coconut oil is a type of MCT. So just keep that in mind. But in general, juicing for me is something to add to the nutrients and to use for a specific purpose. It works very well for cleansing and kind of flushing out the system. However, with me, I don't necessarily like to get that many calories from a liquid only, because I'm a hungry person and I like food. Okay, I have always been a foodie, meaning I like to chew. I need to chew. I need to feel like I have eaten something. When I just juice, I don't feel like that. When I have a smoothie, I take my time, I use a spoon. This is not the best way as far as making it less sugar, but I do add a dollop of whipped cream, whole cream, whipped cream, no junk in it. For my kids, they do get a little dollop on there, or some days a big dollop. They do on their smoothies. It just kind of gets them more interested. It feels like a treat. So I make mine like with the frozen fruit, and it kind of gets more of a, not an ice cream consistency, not a frosty consistency, a little less than that, but I can eat it with a spoon. So I like to have the, smoothies that way. So again, these are pros and cons of our healthy way to lose weight. In this case, it's juicing. So keep these things in mind before you start. Borrowing a juicer from somebody who juices is great, or having juicing parties where you all use, you all prep together and you use someone else's juicer. So maybe you can see how you like doing it before you would make that initial investment in the juicer itself. Is just some ideas. Some people will even do like food prep together, where they meet somewhere and they just all, sit at a table chopping up their vegetables for the week, or, preparing their food. Learn recipes from other people. So there's lots of different ways to make, food prep and cooking and juicing a lot more fun. But I do recommend kind of watching somebody do it, or taking a class on juicing, just because then you kind of see how the process goes a little bit better. Again, I am Dr. Erin Denil with Rejuvenate Life Chiropractic. Like, subscribe, share my videos if you like them, comment, and you can find me at rejuvenatelifechiro.com. I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous rest of your day.